I agree to be videotaped.
So Alyssa, what brings you in today?
Well, I'm having this really complex issue with my best friend, who is a bitch, and well, I'm just really sort of frustrated about it, and so my parents think I should seek counseling because they think I shouldn't be this angry.
Okay.
Well, where to start? Well, we've been best friends for a while now, since middle school, and every time I get a boyfriend, she just sort of takes him. Um, Everybody says that she's more attractive than I am, and that's why she gets all the guys. But I mean, it's still hurtful, and like people act like I shouldn't be mad about it. Well, recently I was dating this guy who I really liked, and we hit it off. And as I found out like some secrets about him, she tried to convince me that he was a bad guy just because when we had met him really late one night when we were bowling, and he told us that he was 21. Well, it turns out he's 27, and he didn't tell us that night. And as we were going on, I also found out that he had a kid with his ex fiance, and the child stayed with her most of the time, but I mean, he had a kid and that was something big. And so she was trying to convince me that he was a bad guy because he didn't tell us all this stuff when we first met. And he waited 3 months into our relationship to tell me. But I think it's just because he knew I'd be scared off. And well, eventually, she said that she wanted to hang out with him. And I think she just wanted to prove to me that he was a bad guy because she slept with him and then told me about it. And so we broke up because she left me.
Okay, let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
So, your friend has convinced you to be against this man for what exactly?
Well, she was trying to convince me for a long time before this, but she recently went over there and slept with him basically to show me that he would cheat on me.
So she told you that this was a way of showing to you that he was a bad guy.
No, she said she didn't plan it, but I'm pretty sure she did.
Okay. Can you talk a little more about this man?
Well, his name was Carl, and he was really nice. Like I said, we met him when we were bowling, and he was really romantic. One of my friends, my friend who cheated with him, said that she had never seen the sunrise, and he said, "Well, I live right next to this lake, and I mean it's a little bit of a drive, but you guys can ride in your car behind me, and we can go see the sunrise there." And we had been out really late that night, and it was almost 6 a.m. anyway, so we figured, heck, why not? And so we all rode in our own car, and we went down, and he actually lived in Circleville, and we went all the way from our hometown to go with him. And we all just like sat out by the lake and like went fishing until morning, and it was really like cute and nice. And he like paid more attention to me than he did everybody else, and so like that was really new because normally everybody goes after my other two friends.
Okay.
And so he was just like really nice and stuff. And then
So it seemed pretty normal, not
Yeah.
very strange or.
no, it seemed pretty normal. And I mean,
Okay.
he told me he was 27. Like he didn't keep trying to hide it from me. Once he knew that telling me that wouldn't drive me away, he told me to pick it immediately. So I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Okay. So the issue you're having is more with your friend than with this man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she told me that he was the one who like tried to convince her to have sex with him and like all this stuff. But I'm pretty sure she just went over there and like took off her clothes and made him have sex with her.
Okay. Have you talked to this Carl recently about this?
Well, when I told him that I was gonna break up with him, he told me that it wasn't right because he said that because I didn't say I love him back, that it was okay.
Okay. So now were you two dating?
We had been dating for about 5 months.
Okay. And you were exclusive at this time.
Yes, we
and
definitely
did he know this?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And he told me he loved me, and because I was too afraid to say it back, he said that it was okay that he cheated on me because I didn't say I love you too, that it was fine and we weren't really dating anymore.
So he feels as though it's justified
Yeah.
what he did because you didn't say I love you.
And because he was mad at me, actually, he decided to move out of the country because he said he couldn't stand to see my face anymore, and now he's living somewhere in Europe, but won't tell me where.
Wow. Wow. How's that affecting you?
I mean, it's sort of like a blow to my self-esteem. I mean, firstly, who does that? Like, if you have a bad breakup, who moves out of the country? I mean, that's something that I hadn't even heard of or considered. I mean, I'm not exactly like friends with anybody who even has enough money to do that sort of thing other than him. And so I wasn't really expecting that. And I mean, it's just sort of depressing. Like, I didn't do anything wrong in this relationship, and yet I feel like I'm the one being punished.
So you feel like even though you yourself haven't made any mistakes, a lot of the blame is being put on you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it. My best friend, like, she apologized to me and she told me that she, like, realized that she had did things wrong, and she told me that she felt like she was really, like, pressured into it. Like, it wasn't exactly a rape situation, but she felt that it was fairly close to one. And she, like, but I think that was all a lie because I don't see how that's even possible because I know Carl and I know he's a nice guy. And so I think she just did this to get me to break up with him. But I mean, I don't see what she gained because she isn't dating him now. So, and I'm not friends with her, so I feel like there was no reason for her to do it. But I know that that's why she did it.
So you feel like you're not being told the complete story by.
Yeah, I feel like both of them are lying to me. I mean, at this point, I mean, because Carl said that it was her fault, and I mean, I believe him. I mean, I dated him for like 6 months. Of course, I'm gonna believe him. And I mean, my friend, she, like, I know she sleeps around. She's told me that a couple times, and so I think it was just all her own motives, and she's trying to tell me like that she didn't mean for it to happen. Like, that's not why she went over there. And she's sort of like trying to place the blame on me too, because she's saying that I asked her if she would go over there because when Carl gets drunk, he gets just a little like strange. He'll do like risky things that he wouldn't normally do, and so I don't like him to get drunk alone. And so I asked her if she would go over there and hang out with him while he got drunk, and then she would go home later. And then so she's trying to like throw that back in my face and say it's like partially my fault when I mean I was just trying to look out for him. Make me bad.
So in your ideal world, where would you find closure or happiness in this situation?
I mean, I don't want to talk to my friend ever again, but at the same time, I really want to know just why she did it. Like, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, what her motives were, like anything like that. And I also want to know like why Carl felt that he had to flee the country and like never talk to me again. Because I mean, to me, that's not a response that I get after a breakup. I don't have the desire to leave the country. So.
All right. Well, I think this gives us a fairly good start. Would you be interested in seeing me another few times and trying to work through this?
Sure.
Great. Thanks.
We did the stop button.